All the guns you'll be seeing today are available on solware.co.uk, based in Tamworth. Hello and welcome. Yes, the Battle Leagues are back. This is our first one. This is the bullpup section. I'll try and remember all the guns that are in this bullpup section. Number one, we have the Remington T-Rex bullpup. Nice little gun, usually very accurate. Outdoes itself for its money, really. Nice gun. We also have the Reximex Regime. Again, a gun that's not won me over yet, but could do. You never know. Might show me something different. We have the Crow Puncher Knight. Again, done really well in its test. Should do well in this. We also have the Reximex Myth, which should do well. We also have our Krell MP02, which was originally in our last league, if you remember, and came second, so that's there to set a standard. And our last gun, which I've got to try and remember now off the top of my head, is our Trimex Arms Elf S. Another gun that did well in its test. How can it do in our league? Now, the idea of having a bullpup league is I've got a traditional rifle style league as well coming up, and the idea is I'm going to put these two leagues on. The winner of both will play each other off in the end for a big final finale. That'll be coming up after this one. They're both short. They've both only got six guns in each league, so there'll be 15 games in each league, and then we're done. The rules and regs in this, this is from the start, so nobody can say I've changed them or done anything. It's a case of you shoot what you've brung. If the gun doesn't perform out the bag, then you want to know about it. You don't just want to have a gun that's been tuned heavily before we start every session. You know when you put a gun away, you want to pull it out. You don't want to mess about with it, you want it to work, and this will test that. Will they work straight out the bag? Every shot will be done alternatively, so the one gun will shoot and then the other gun will shoot. So we can keep an eye on who's doing what and what's doing it. Again, it's a case of I'm putting the gun down, picking it back up. Does it change the way the gun shoots? We want to know. All part of this battle league. Now, if you've been watching all our recent reviews lately, you will know there's a maximum score of 135 that you can hit. We use the same system in our battle league. You get 50 points for the first two cards, so that's 100 points. And then there's 35 on the last card, the rings, which you'll get 5 points for each big ring and 15 for the small bonus ring. I have implemented in this because I think it's going to be really close. It's 3 points for a win and 1 point each for a draw, just like you would in football, and 0 if you lose. Now, the reason I've implemented the draw in this, and I'm not going to have any playoffs or shoot-offs, I really think this league could be close for both the bullpups and for the traditional rifles. So, obviously, to make it fair without any faffing about, if it does come off a draw, I'm just going to give them a point. I'm not going to make them play off. Right. I think that's it. I think I've explained everything. This should be really an exciting one. Very close battles I'm expecting, because some of these guns are pretty accurate, so it should be really close. I mean, a lot of these guns have been hitting 130 out of a possible 135, and to be quite honest, if it wasn't for a spurious pellet, sometimes they would have hit the full amount. Now, that's another thing as well. We don't allow any deviation for a bad pellet. These guns have had plenty of testing and been matched to a pellet. That's the pellet they will stay with. So we all know exactly what they have, what they've been tested with, what they got given and what suited them. They took the test for them. That's the pellet that goes with that gun. And if there's a bad pellet in the tin, well, I'm afraid that's the pellet the gun was matched to. There's no deviation, because that's the pellet if you was out in the field or gone to the target range, you would have, whether it be a bad pellet or not. We've got to use it. So, with all that being said and everything we've just continued with, let's get them out there, let's get the action on. Our first match today is the Reximex Myth against the Reximex Myth against the Reximex Regime. Let's get them out there. Right, let's get underway with our first round. Warning, this may include a magazine change or pellet loading. Reximex Smith will go first. He's on the left hand card. Let's see how he goes. It's a 10 for the myth. Nice start. Reximex Regime on the right hand card. What can he do? It might help if we stick a magazine in, so please excuse me there. Yeah, it's a 10 for the regime, so all on is even so far. Shot 2. Just, I think, a 10 that is. That's only just, mind you. I think that for the myth. I'll check that later, but it does look like it's clipped the 10. Shot 2 for the regime. It's another 10. Regime there seems to be a little bit more on target than the myth at the moment. Again, just a touch high. I will help it out a bit, the gun, as I say, it's been sat in its bag for a while. I'll give it a little turn down, but it seems to be hitting the same place every time, so I don't know if they're 10s or 9s and he's escaped, or whether he's just struggling that little bit and shooting a bit high. Oh, that's a high one from the regime. That's better. Nice 10 for the myth. For the regime, who does have that one that we know is definitely off the 10, so it could make a bit of difference, that could. The myth now needs his 10 to carry on. Wow, lovely 10 from the myth there to finish off. Can the regime get a 10 to finish off to make this a close game? To add to the suspense, the myth is out of pellets. It'll be a quick load. As I say, I've not touched these at all. The guns stay as they are in their bags until this comes around. They've had a test review, they've had pellets matched to them, they should be ready to go without any doubt. And whatever pellets was left in them has stayed there. So, be as quick as I can. Right. Adds to a little bit of the drama, I suppose. That's better. Let's go then, this last shot in the first round. and it's a 10. I'll get the cards in, I'll check them, and I'll load up for the second game. Well, I counted the cards up from round 1. Even though the myth was quite right on the edge of the bullseye, he did actually pierce the ring on all of them and gets the full 50 points. However, the regime only got 49. So the first round went to the myth. We go to the second round now. It's our standard card. Myth to go first. Here we go. 5 shots. That's a 10. Myth carries on with its 100% record. Regime has a bit of catching up to do, so needs to be better. He gets a 10. It's another 10 for the myth. Again, keeps that 100% record alive. Yeah, it's another 10. A little bit higher, that one, for the regime. And I'll admit there that was due to a slight wobble on my account. Another 10, all pellet on pellet for the myth. Shooting really well. Another 10 for the regime. So everybody at the moment, top marks. And another 10 for the myth. And another 10 for the regime. 40 points each so far. Big last shot for each. This could work out a win, lose or draw here. That's a 10 for the myth, who's shooting really well, got his full 100 points out of the first 2 rounds. Can the regime match him? Yeah, that was my fault, but I'm afraid the regime just misses one out there and loses in 2 straight rounds to the Reximex myth. 250-49 rounds. That last shot, I'll openly admit, a bit of a wobble by myself. Bit of a shame there, but it's the same shooter for both guns, so there's no excuse. And I've got to give the first game to the Reximex myth. We didn't even get to the rings, which I was looking forward to there. But 100% round for the myth. Didn't miss a shot. See you all in the next one very soon. Thanks for watching.